Hello! Today we're gonna make feijoada. Feijoada is made with beans. Beans in Portuguese is feijão, bean. And it is a traditional, it's a national dish, okay? We have it all over the country. You know, every dish, people ask, where does this dish come from? Sometimes there are different stories, but feijoada, I think it is true, so I can tell you guys. I'll tell afterwards, okay? So, follow me, we're gonna start cooking now. Here I have, big casserole with water. We're gonna put just some basil leaves, like 3, it's okay, they're pretty strong. Well, it's a delicate taste, but they're kind of strong. Now, black beans. Feijoada, always black beans. Because we have, the brown, the white. In Italy, they cook a lot of white for salad. In Brazil, beans, they are always hot, always a meal. And we have it every day. Feijoada is a party thing, for Sundays, for parties, because it's pretty strong. And it's good for lunch, because it's a little bit heavy, but it's worth it. Okay, so if you want to put on a cooking pressure, it goes much faster, like half hour. And here it takes a little forever, but it gets tasty. So whatever you want. Just close it and let it cook until it's tender. So if you have the cooking pressure, half hour, 40 minutes if you're cooking a lot. It depends a little bit. You have to try, you have to test. Depends on the bean. So you want it, if you're not used to cook beans, you want it like this, tender, very tender. This is what you're looking for. So you drain the water, and you got your beans. I didn't put any salt because we're gonna have a lot of salted meat, and we're gonna just season at the end when it's ready. So we're gonna add dried meat, pork loin, smoked pork loin, sausage, a nice sausage, and some chunks of bacon. Yeah, you're enjoying that. It's gonna be really delicious. Okay, so you can use the same pan, just clean it up. You have your casserole. Actually, this is a cocotte. Put a little oil. I'm using here olive oil, but you can have sunflower, corn, whatever you want. Canola, the one you used to, without any strong flavor because I don't want to interfere. Okay, so just heat it up. And in Brazil, garlic and onion all the time. Let's go for it. Put it all the onion. A good teaspoon of garlic. Mix it up. Then you add your bacon. I start with the bacon because it's the one that takes longer to cook. So I fry it a little bit first with the sausage. Gets a little brownish. The color, it's always nice. Okay. And here in Brazil, the feijoada, as I told you, now I'm gonna tell this story. The feijoada, what we think is that it comes from the slaves' time, when we had slaves in Brazil and the farms, and they would work. So actually, the guys who owned the farm, the rich people, they would have the loin, like the nice meats. So they slaves, they would take whatever is there, like foot and nose and all these parts that people usually don't eat. They would take all these parts and cook with the beans. And that is how it started. But nowadays, obviously, you can do whatever you want because actually in Brazil, for the tradition, a lot of people have feijoada with all these parts, foot and nose and tail, everything. And also bacon, sausage. But the one I'm making here is the one I like having. Just bacon, sausage, smoked pork. It's really, really nice. Now we're gonna add the smoked pork loin. It smells so good. And this is dried meat. If you don't have dried meat in your area, no big deal. You can make without it. But it's really tasty. It's pretty nice. I add a little more basil leaf. 1 or 2. Let it cook, let it cook. I want it to brownish a little bit before I add the beans, because then it's gonna finish cooking with the beans. So the beans take all the taste, all the juices from the meat. But before, it's nice to get it a little brownish, you know, half cooked, and they finish cooking with the beans. And to go with, let it brown a little bit. To go with, we usually put orange, which is really nice to have orange with, because a fruit, an acid fruit, it really balances, you know, because it's a lot of meat, so it balances the meat. And also color green. Color green, it's nice to cut it like this, very thin, and it gets really good. Actually, we can make the color green here in the side. So let's prepare the color green. Put it to heat, some olive oil, or any oil you want. A little bit of garlic, it's always nice, little flavor on the oil. Let it heat, and then we're gonna add, let it heat a little bit, then we're gonna add the color green. So here, it's already pretty brownish, nice color. You see it? What you got there? That's so good. So tasty. All right, we add the beans, mix it all up. Gonna take all the juices from the bottom, and now some water. A little bit of water. It's nice to have the juice. Actually, in Brazil, we like it so much, beans. We make so many dishes with beans. There is also a little broth we call bean broth, caldinho de feijão. And we serve it on a little glass like this, a shot glass as an appetizer. It's pretty good for lunch. I'd rather for lunch. Just think, a little bit more water. I like the juice. Okay. You know, cooking is like this. People ask me, give me the precise measure. The precise measure, practice. I mean, any recipe you take. I try to give the most precise recipe I can. But it depends a little bit, because the ingredients, you know, they're natural. They change. One day they take a little longer to cook, and the fire sometimes is stronger, sometimes is lower. So just practice. See how it tastes, see how if it's tender or not, check the season, and you're gonna get there. All right, we're gonna leave it here cooking. I'm gonna make the kale. I think this is good. Leave it there, you see? Oh, so nice. And you know what's nice also? Because we have all the colors. You have the orange from the orange. You have the kale really green, strongly green. And we're gonna have all the brownish from the feijoada, the whitish from the rice, and also the farofa. Farofa is the toasted cassava bean. You have the recipe in another lesson, in another day, and it goes with feijoada. As I said, we always like farofa, a little hot chili, fresh chili, rice, white rice, always come white rice, and beans. You start with the salad, and then you go for this main course. Absolutely perfect. All right, guys, just let it cook for a while. Just check the season and have it. I like this bubbling. Okay, let me see. Because you remember, the meat is very salty. So at the end, when it's done, I check the season. Tiny bit, a pinch of salt. Just a pinch. You see, I put almost nothing. All right, we're done. Now we're gonna make a nice presentation, and we're gonna have it. Okay, start by the rice. We always have with rice. rice and beans, national Brazilian dish. Little bit of farofa, the toasted cassava flour. This one with eggs, onions, chives, and parsley. Little bit of the collard green. You see, it's very colorful, pretty healthy. Some veggie, some carb, meat. Go with this. The orange, it helps a lot. As I said, it's very nice because it's the fruit, it's acid, so it's a nice combination. And here, finally, our dear feijoada. Guys, this is nice. Smells so good. Okay, a little bit more. Some parsley for decoration. A little bit of chives. There you go. I like a little pepper. Ooh, voila. Now you just enjoy.